What's up, guys? So today we're checking out my brother's B16 swap Civic. He's been having issues with his car, trying to get it started, and we suspected it to be a wiring fault. So there was one day where it was extremely hot, and so hot even so that his car was parked and the face of the tape, the radio's face, was laying against the railing of the seat, and it was so hot that it actually started melting the face. That's how hot it was inside the car. Anyway, so on the same day his car stopped working, and we always suspected that it was a wiring thing. We checked out all the relays and the fuses on the car, and as we went through plugging them in, plugging them out, we managed to get the fuel pump to prime again. And then we noticed that there is smoke coming from the back of the car. And also in Hondas, I don't know if you guys will know, but in Hondas, when your lights are on and your door is open, there's a beep sound. So that sound was coming on for his car when we stepped on the brake pedal. Hey? Yeah, so when we stepped on the brake pedal. Anyway, so plug the brake lights out one by one and traced it down to one of the plugs there that's causing the short. And, so now we're trying to find where it actually melted. So I'm gonna dig into tracing down that wire quickly, and then hopefully later on in the video I can give you guys some nice B16 sounds with my brother. So yeah, let's do this. Alright guys, so this is the one of the brake lights. This is the wire that's causing the short. So we've got this plug out, and then we're tracing this loom all the way through to the front of the car, checking if there's anything obvious. Once it's open, we're going to start again with the wire in and check if we can see the smoke coming from anywhere. Obviously that's where the wiring fault is. I'm going to leave now, and I have an errand to run, but my brother Grant, he's going to continue the video. So yeah, you guys can stay with him for a bit till I get back. Alrighty, let's get this show started. So we got the loom open for the most part all the way through. We are going to switch the car on now and see if we can figure out where the smoke's coming from. So just to show you guys, this is the brake pedal. Just listen closely. So it's not supposed to be doing that. It's switching on the headlights when you step on the brake pedal. So there's obviously a wiring fault somewhere. So let's give it a start and see if we can figure this out. Here's it. Oh, yeah.
Day 2.
Somebody. Righto! Our way, guys. It is Sunday. Favorite day of the week. We didn't have complete luck with my brother's car yesterday. We stripped as far as we could for the day, but didn't manage to find the issue. And then at the end of the day, the car's fuel pump stopped priming again as we continue to fiddle. So we're gonna have to look into the whole loom and kind of check where the issue sits. At the moment, I am on my way to my friend Junaid, the 20 valve owner that I featured 2 videos ago. So I'm just gonna go there and check if maybe I can help him with anything. He did say to me that he managed to get this car started on Friday night and then struggled the game on Saturday. And then I'm also picking up some new lights for the garage. So hey, let's take a Sunday cruise, take a drive through to Mitchell's Plain, and then I'll check in with you guys there. Alright, safe. as you guys saw, we're at my brother Junaid's house. Again, back with the 20 valve. There's no battery at the moment, so we sent this battery away for charging. But we got this car started on Friday. Well, not we, my buddy Ridor. The problem was actually in front of my face. I think I was nervous for recording, but this was completely loose from the engine. So he just got this plugged in, added some terminals on the back side here, and then fixed up the alternator, and he managed to get it started. So yeah, it did start, but something is draining the battery. So we're gonna get a different battery, plug it in, get it started, and then try and figure out where the drainage is happening. And today I can guarantee you're definitely gonna get 20 valve sounds. So away, stay tuned for that. Oh, Bertus. Don't like this one. Idle home a little bit and run the battery on here, and then from there we're going to try and diagnose the leak. We're looking for the problem of the leak, right? First thing I noticed was when I put the key in the ignition, the hazards were flickering on. So you obviously switch the hazards on and off here on the top, but it was not on because of being on this switch. It was actually on because of the immobilizer, because when I flicked the switch on and off, it didn't change the hazards from being on or off, right? So my South African guys will know, with these immobilizers, it activates to stop you from switching the car on, right? So you need to push the button before you start the car. And then there's also a hidden button that comes with it, which it will go off as you're driving, and you need to find the button and push it. And if you don't push it, it then cuts fuel or spark or something from the engine, and the hazards go on. So that's indicating to me that that immobilizer is not functioning correctly and could be a possible cause for the battery drainage on this car. Secondly, if you come check out here, the key's in my hand, but the radio is still on and I can still switch it on, right? So that's obviously not connected properly, because it should not be able to switch on when the car is off. Now these things won't drain the battery very quickly. They actually use very little battery power, and you can often, especially a setup like this with 2 speakers, you can often leave it on for hours on end. However, because we're having issues, I'm going to disconnect this battery, and then on a later stage wire it up properly for him as well when he's ready. But I mean, the owner's not really interested in sound in this car. This car, we are interested in making moves. So yeah, we're gonna take it out for now, and then I'm gonna find that immobilizer and hopefully disconnect that, and then we should have solved our problem. I might as well just take this thing out as well, because we're not going to use this anymore.
What is that?
This is the aircon's blower motor. The thing that blows the air through the vents in the car. But we also have windows, man. Sorry about this thing. But I actually need to take it out because the wiring's running behind here of the immobilizer. lekker white savings.
Sis!
Alright, so the immobilizer was around in this area here, but it was spliced into these wires, right? So it prevents you from starting the car. So this wire here, that is the signal wire to the starter. So the starter has constant power and ground, and then there's a wire that tells it, okay, you can go ahead and swing the car on now. So that would be this wire. And then the signal to tell this wire to send that message is from this wire here. So when you turn the key, this wire then sends power to swing the starter. So all it is basically finding that. You need to figure out what wires it is, and then connecting them directly again, so that when you turn the starter with the key, it now doesn't ask for permission from the immobilizer anymore. It just gives the starter signal. So from here, I'm just going to be obviously cleaning up everything, connecting this properly and putting it back in place. And then we have removed the immobilizer, we've removed the radio. So over the next week, my buddy's going to test if we still have the power leaking from the battery. And if not, then we know it was one of these two suspects. The radio we can obviously plug in again afterwards to see if it still does it. So yeah, but let me get this car back together, and then from there hopefully I can give you guys a flyby. I need to speak to the owner first. But yeah, safe. Right, we're finally ready. Got the car outside now. Mobilizer disconnected and all that other jazz. So Junaid is going to take me for a little drive and give you guys some 20 valve sounds. Enjoy. Feels good to be back, no? Good to be back. So, yeah, quite an eventful weekend. Regarding my brother's car, yeah, it's a work in progress. I think we still needed to find the actual crux of the issue, you know, where it all stems from. Though we did manage to make a little bit of progress and we got it started. So it's on the up and ups. Junaid's car, we figured out that it was in fact the immobilizer and also the key being stuck on auxiliary. With those Toyotas, you actually have to click a lock button and then turn it down to the lock place. So the way that the car was wired up, when it's on auxiliary, it was actually leaving the alternator on. So yeah, figured that out as well. And I think removing the immobilizer was a bonus also, because it was messing around with the car, it wasn't functioning properly. So yeah, so for this episode, guys, we are done. I think in the next look, I can't really say, because a lot of the things that I do is after work or when I get time. But I think in the next video I would love to tackle the Mazda again, see if we can fix up the mounts. So yeah, as usual, guys, if you want to see more content, if you want to see more videos being produced, then please do feel free to go down in the comments below, hit like, hit share, subscribe. Yeah, for now, bag boys, we out. Peace.